Okay, good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, chefs and sommeliers. Thank you so much for coming today despite of the typhoon. And we are very excited to welcome you to the Langham Food and Wine Festival press conference. And today we're going to share with you a glimpse of this exciting 11-day festival that celebrates Hong Kong as a gourmet paradise. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Duncan Palmer, Managing Director of the Langham Hong Kong, on stage to share with you a few words about the festival. Let's welcome Mr. Palmer. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And well, there we are. It's a big storm outside, and we'd like to think that we're going to stir things up and have a big food and beverage storm when we come to September. Thank you and welcome again to this exclusive press conference. And I'd like to think about Langham. I've been with Langham for 8 years and we've been innovating. We were just talking earlier at the back about the innovative aspects of Langham throughout its brand in all the way that it operates, but particularly in food and beverage. I'd like to think that the culinary approach that we have through all our brands, through Langham and Langham Place, are really first class. And we deliver, I think, to the cities themselves and to the guests and even to all of you, I think some good approach to food and beverage generally. The Langham Food and Wine Festival in September, I think I'd like to think of it sort of almost the first of its kind in Hong Kong. It's 11 days. I mean, 11 days is a long event, and there's been a lot of planning that I think has gone into this. We started this well over a year ago, and Soren, who you might want to put some questions to earlier on, ask him how he managed to get some of these star-studded chefs lined up. But again, the city of Hong Kong is known, I think, for its food paradise. And I think we see that as a very well-established luxury hotel company in Hong Kong. And we're investing through this festival in that particular position of Hong Kong. People often talk about Europe, they talk about the States, but they don't often talk about Asia in a really top quality culinary sense. And I think we've got some great events star-studded throughout this 11-day event. All the way through from the 13th of September to the 23rd of September, those dates are inclusive. We do talk about Hong Kong as an international culinary hub, and I think we see this as really a gastronomic celebration, if you like, that has not been done by any other hotel company, I don't think, in Hong Kong itself. So I think this is a real first for the Langham Hotel Hospitality Group. So a great, I really do applaud our management and our teams and our chefs and all the people behind the event of putting this particular event together. I think we will help to push food and beverage aspirations of Hong Kong to new heights. This is something that I think we'll continue to do in the years ahead and grow with the event. So I'd like to bring on stage those chefs. That's what it's all about. It's about the cooking. It's about what people are going to taste and eat and experience during these 11 days. So I'd like to introduce Chef Paul and Chef Mark to the stage to talk to us about some of these wonderful people that are going to come and give us such a wonderful gastronomic event during that particular time. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Palmer. Please be seated and enjoy the show today. Now, let's welcome two amazing gentlemen on the stage. Mark Bannon, Executive Chef of the Langham Hong Kong, and also Paul McLaughlin, Executive Chef of Langham Place Hong Kong. Let's welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul. I'm from the Langham Place Hong Kong. I'd like to say welcome to the LHG Food and Wine Festival. I think this is an opportunity of a lifetime to experience some of the best cuisines as well as best wines from some of the top chefs as well as wine producers in the world. And I'd like you to come along this culinary journey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Bannon, Executive Chef down the road at the Langham Hong Kong. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone involved how excited we are for this culinary journey we're going to be taking. We look forward to introducing you to some chefs we are having from around the world. We have chefs coming from the UK, Italy, Spain, France, New Zealand and Australia.
The first chef we have up here is Philippe Mouchel, originally from France. He opened his own restaurant called PM24. He was the #2 for Paul Bocuse, who was the pioneer of modern French cuisine or Nouvelle Cuisine. He's rated as one of the top French chefs in the world. His cooking style is based in classical French, very clean presentation, strong focus on flavors. Thank you.
It's a true honour. At Bostonian, we will have Albert Roux. He will be cooking. He will be doing a gala dinner on the 20th of September. Then he will be 21st, 22nd and 23rd, showcasing his classic dishes in Bostonian lunch and dinner. It's also an honour because he's partnered with the Langham London. He is the first chef in 1968 to gain 3 Michelin stars in London. So it's a pure honour to have this god of cuisine with us.
The next chef is Igor Macchia. He's a 2-star Michelin chef from Italy. His restaurant is called La Credenza. His style is modern Italian with some eclectic flavors. Very interesting presentation, very clean, very nice. He'll be doing a gala dinner as well as a charity auction for up to 8 people in the penthouse with a minimum bid of $20,000. That would be paired with Frescobaldi wines.
Then at Bostonian, also on the 17th, 18th and 19th of September, we have Claudio Bossi. At the moment, he has 2 Michelin stars and he's trying to get his 3rd. He is one of the future stars in London. Again, he does classical French cuisine with a modern twist. This will be a very exciting opportunity.
The next chef up is Benjamin Bailey. He's a famous New Zealand chef. He's won numerous awards. He has a background in 2-star Michelin restaurants called The Square and the Ledbury in London. His cooking style would say very modern French with strong focus on seasonal food as well as locally sourced. His taste, I would say, his cooking style is quite complicated. His flavors are quite complex, and his plate presentation is very artistic. He's the one to watch out for, I would say.
Then we have Angel Pascali, 13th, 14th and 15th down again at the Langham, Hong Kong. Also, with the chefs, we have Roux, Chef Bossy and Angel. They will be showcasing some dishes in our coffee shop, so it's a full, exciting event.
Next, we have Susor Lee. He's originally from Hong Kong, but he immigrated to Canada when he was quite young, and he has made quite a name for himself in Canada. He owns 3 restaurants, one in Toronto, one in Singapore, and one in Washington. The best way to describe his cuisine, I would say modern Chinese, very interesting eclectic food. He'll be working in Tokoro with Chef Nishimura-san, doing a 6-course set dinner menu.
Then one for the ladies, we have Gontran Cherrier, French master pastry chef. He will be doing tiffin afternoon tea from the 13th to the 23rd of September, every afternoon. Also, he will be doing 2 master classes. So ladies, if you're available. Oh, also, we have Michael Philippodopoulos, or Oyster Mike to you and me. He will be doing and shucking oysters in L'Eclipse, the coffee shop down at the Langham, Hong Kong. Lunch and dinner for you. So another exciting opportunity to also meet the purveyors of high quality produce in Hong Kong.
Next up, we have Antonio Pasquale from New Zealand. He's the Pasquale wine owner. He'll be pairing his wines with Benjamin 6-course menu. We have Roy Moorfield from Australia, famous wine writer, and he's the one who actually instigated and started the famous duck crawl in Melbourne. That'll be over 2 days. It involves trying different duck dishes from using Cantonese cuisine and pairing with Pinot Noir. That would be first starting at the backyard, having cocktails, then proceeding to the Langham TST for 3 courses, and then coming back to the Langham Place, have 3 courses in Ming Court with Chef Zhang, and then finishing in the backyard with the digestif.
Also, food and wine, we have Stein Hansen, who is the world #1 florist in the world. He will be coming and doing masterclasses at the Langham, Hong Kong. This will be a very interesting opportunity for people to learn about florists.
Next up, we have Albert Savals. He's the executive chef from Zintandi Langham. He worked with world-famous Ferran Adria at the Eboli. He'll be located at level 5 at the Porto doing modern Spanish tapas during the whole time of the festival. Next up, we have Chef Mark. No need to introduce him. He's right next to me. Obviously, he has a very good reputation, as does the Langham TST, and that's because thanks to Mark, his great accolades. Next up, we have Nishimura-san, the chef from Tokoro. He's making a name for himself, I would say, in Hong Kong, especially in Mongkok. He's doing a great job, and he's very excited to be cooking together with Susu Lee. He's going to be looking forward to doing omakase foie gras menu as well, actually. 6 courses.
Then we have Paul, this handsome devil next to me, with a great reputation. He's put on a beautiful spread for you, which you can enjoy afterwards. It's been an exciting journey, what we've got to so far, so it's been a pleasure working with him.
Next up, we have Chef Zhang, the king, I could say. 2-star Michelin chef. No need to introduce him. He's very famous. He's actually on the international as well. He just came back from doing a promotion in Shanghai, as well as last year. He was at the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival. He's had the distinction of winning 2 stars. Just winning 1 is hard enough. He's got 2, and he's been able to maintain them for 3 years. So I salute. Very good job, chef.
So the program, as well as these chefs cooking in our respective restaurants, we also, at the Langham, we have 2 gala events. So on the 14th, I have Angel Pascali cooking a Spanish gala dinner with his cuisine. And then the 20th of September, which will be a fantastic evening, with Monsieur Roux cooking classical French cuisine, 6-course menu. It will be absolutely exciting, that one.
And next up at the Langham Place, we have a gala dinner with Philippe Mouchel. It will be 6 courses. That'll be paired with Penfolds wines. And then on the 18th, we have a gala dinner with Igor Makiev, modern Italian cuisine, 2-star Michelin, paired with Frescobaldi wines. And then we have a gala dinner with modern Cantonese cuisine with Chef Zhang, paired with Chairman Reserve vertical tasting. And then we have a gala lunch on the 23rd, dim sum by Chef Zhang, appetizers by Susu Lee, main course by Albert Roux, and desserts by Gontran Cherrier. So that's going to be a nice one.
Then we also have masterclasses. So Gunther, as I said earlier, the French pastry chef Gontran Cherrier will be doing 2 masterclasses on the 15th and the 17th. Also, we will be doing abalone and white burgundy on the 18th, and champagne and caviar on the 22nd. Also, the world #1 florist will be doing his demonstration and masterclass on the 17th.
We have a masterclass with Philippe Mouchel on the 14th. Then on the 15th, we have a Penfolds vertical tasting. Then we have a masterclass with Chef Zhang. And then on the 17th, we have a masterclass with Chef Paul, that me. It will be a foie gras, 3 courses. 3 different types of cooking techniques and different, doing a terrine, a mousse, and potentially pan-fried. And then we have a cooking class with Albert Savals. It'll be a vertical tasting with Torres wines, as well as a vertical tasting with the Birko hams. So we'll go from the 18 months up to 36 months, and you can see the subtle differences. And then we have a master class with Benjamin Bailey over 2 days. He'll be doing 3 different dishes.
Thank you so much, Chef, for your introduction of a taste of what to come for the festival. Please be seated. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And today, we're very fortunate to have 6 gorgeous culinary talents to send their personal welcome messages to our media friends in Hong Kong. Please join me in watching the video.
I'm Albert Roux. A very warm welcome from the Langham Hotel, which is situated in the heart of London. I'm delighted when I was asked to come to Hong Kong to represent the art of French cooking. Festival of Food. This is a fantastic idea, where you get people of different race, different upbringing, pulling together to show how their country represented in food. French, Italian, Chinese. I just cannot wait in anticipation of tasting all those marvelous dishes. Au revoir et à bientôt.
Hey, you're in my restaurant. everyone. I'm Susuli. I'm a chef, and will be cooking at the Food and Wine Festival, the Langham Food and Wine Festival. And one of my dishes I will be making would be this my little seafood extravaganza. You have salmon tartare. You have sashimi of scallop, fresh prawn from the Pacific, oyster shot with sake, barbecue with citrus, and turnip cake. That's what I miss Hong Kong, turnip cake, yes. I'm going back home and I can't wait.
Hello to all the food media in Hong Kong. My name is Benjamin Bailey and I'm the executive chef of the Grove restaurant in Auckland, New Zealand. We're going to bring a distinctive New Zealand food experience to Hong Kong, focusing on our amazing Kiwi lifestyle by the sea and awesome seafood. I can't wait to come to Hong Kong to bring a taste of New Zealand to the Langham Hotel's Food and Wine Festival. This is Ben Bailey from the Grove saying haere rā.
Hello to all the media in Hong Kong. My name is Angel Pascual. I work as a restaurant advisor, and in the past I owned restaurant Lusanés, which had a 1 Michelin star for 11 years. See you soon in Hong Kong.
Kia ora. I'm Antonio Pasquale and I do welcome you to the Hakataramea and Waitaki valleys, home of our beautiful handcrafted wines. Pasquale wines are made with gratitude and love for nature. I know you will enjoy them.
Hi to everybody, I'm Chef Igor Macchia from Ristorante La Credenza in Torino, north of Italy. I will be back to Hong Kong for my third time, and it's a real pleasure for me to be back in Langham Hotel involved in this event. During this event we will have a wine dinner in cooperation with Frescobaldi, an Italian wine producer from Tuscany in center of Italy. During the dinner we will have a real special dish that is foie gras, sea urchin, lobster and smoked mashed potato, something you really don't have to miss. At the same time we will have also a private event in the penthouse of the Langham Hotel. From my side, what I'm really looking forward about Chinese food is something like dim sum and xiaolong pa, something I cannot really find in Italy and I really miss. So what I can tell you is arrivederci, ci vediamo a settembre al Langham Hotel.
Well, that's a great presentation. I can see the passion that is oozing through those words, and I just think, you know, to have these star-studded chefs coming to Hong Kong is really very exciting, and even down to the wonderful wine producers that we're producing. But we can't do this alone. You know, we are investing a lot of time and effort and investment in this ourselves, but we've got some wonderful main sponsors with us. So I want to mention just a few, if I may, this afternoon. Standard Chartered, Virgin Atlantic, Anglis, Gourmet Cuisine and Pastry Global, and indeed US Meat Federation are just some of the main sponsors that we have. We have other sponsors that are really helping us behind the scene. So really, from Langham's point of view, thank you for your assistance in this. We will not let you down and make a really wonderful spectacle. So we look forward to seeing you all in our outlets and all these events in September. Perhaps a few closing remarks.
Now, may I introduce Chef Zhang from Main Court, the 2 Michelin-star Cantonese restaurant of Langham Place, Mongkok, to share with you his special creations for this festival. Let's welcome Chef Zhang.
Hello， 大家好。我係香港旺角朗豪酒店明國嘅行政總廚，我叫曾超敬。咁首先代表公司歡迎咁多位先。好高興啦，今次可以參與朗廷酒店集團嘅美食節。咁咧就好期待咧，同世界各地嘅星級廚師咧一齊交流廚藝。咁大家合作咧，希望可以創造一個創新同埋獨一無二嘅體驗俾大家。咁因為為咗配合大會嘅美酒美食節嘅主題啦，今日我介紹一個食物咧就叫做貴妃醉蝦餃。咁係用咗陳年嘅花雕酒配呢個蝦餃，希望花雕酒嘅酒香味咧去提升蝦餃嘅鮮蝦嘅鮮味，希望俾多個新嘅感覺俾大家。多謝大家，多謝晒。
Dorothy, you promised to help me out during the Q&A, so what do you think? Yeah, so how do you feel about the hagao?
I think very interesting. The 酒香, the aromas of the wine, very fragrant, subtle without being very aggressive. And that was a really big bite though, so I wasn't expecting the wine to be such a big wallop right now. But definitely very interesting, a very subtle and interesting twist on a traditional Cantonese classic.
Thank you.
Can't wait to try more. Thank you, Chef.
And next, we're very honored to have Nishimura-san from Tokoro Robatayaki and Whiskey Bar. And he's going to say a few words about his creation too. Let's welcome Nishimura-san. どうぞ。
皆さんこんにちは。ここのホテルの3階にあるトコロというレストランのヘッドシェフをしています。今日はよろしくお願いします。今日お出しする料理は、マグロアスパラ巻きでございます。中にごまとか、いろいろ入ってまして、海苔で巻いて天ぷらにしてます。どうぞ皆さん食べてみてください。
ありがとうございます。Okay, so I think Nishimura-san wants to say that he's very excited to be part of the festival too. And today he shared with you his passion for authentic Japanese cuisine by bringing you the tuna asparagus tempura roll with wasabi sauce. Now let's welcome Chef Mark Bannon on the stage to introduce us his creations. Welcome, Mark.
Well, actually, it's not one of my creations. I asked Albert Roux if he was kind enough to let me do one of his dishes, and he said yes, which I was quite relieved. So it's an honor that we've been able to cook this dish for you. It's abalone cooked in salted butter with a white bean ragu. It will be available in L'Eclipse, our coffee shop, lunch and dinner during that festival period. So please enjoy. It's going to be a fabulous event. Thank you.
Chef Mark.
Yeah, sorry.
Could you please share with us
for
more?
Albert Roux to cook the dish.
Because I'm not his friend, so maybe you can share with me, share with us more about the dish itself.
So the dish, we've taken the abalone from one of our suppliers, Anglers, which is one of our major suppliers. The abalone is from New Zealand. We take it out of the shell 3 days before and softly batten it just to break down the tissues and the fiber, because abalone can be quite chewy sometimes.
Yeah.
We then take the beans 1 day before. We soak it overnight just to break down the beans. We then cook them lightly for about 2 hours, deshell the beans, and then we cook them in a ragu of pancetta bacon, vegetables, thyme, chicken stock until they're really soft. Then we place the beans back into the abalone shell. We lightly pan fry the abalone very softly, place it back in the shell, and then we take some sea salt, and the sea salt we lightly grill so it's blackened, so it brings out the flavor. We then finish that on top of the abalone. So
okay, so Chef Paul, could you please come on the stage to share with us your creation for the festival?
Okay, sure. I don't have really a signature dish. I've been always tweaking the dishes over the years. The next one I'm going to do is citrus almond crusted black cod on cannellini beans with a pesto clam emulsion. So I do the crust with a bit of almond powder and some zest of orange, some zest of lemon, and a whole bunch of fresh herbs, some butter, some Parmesan. And then the cannellini beans, similar to Albert Roux. I didn't talk to Albert beforehand, so it looks like he copied my dish, so sorry about that. But anyways, it happens. So then I have some clam stock. So just a mirepoix, cold bouillon of clams, so very clean flavors. And I just blend it with some butter and a little bit of pesto. So it's very light, no cream, just a little bit of butter, full flavors. I hope you enjoy.
I want to know, so when will the reservations start being open to the public, to any of the dinners or workshops and the likes?
Our website for the entire festival is going live on later today, and as of tomorrow you can make reservations. But hurry up, it looks like it's already starting selling out prior to we opening the website. So we're very happy, obviously, but we're starting tomorrow.
For your information, the website is langhamfoodandwine.com. This will all be in the press release. We'll hand that to you as you go out later. But if you want to write it now and tweet it, you can do that. langhamfoodandwine.com. You can also email it to us at reservation@langhamfoodandwine.com. Okay, so 2 ways. Either you go online on our website or you can send us an email. Yep. And for Standard Chartered card holders, Manhattan card, you are entitled to a 20% discount if you use your Manhattan card to book. So do it while it's available.
So there's one question from the floor is Alka. Yeah, Director of Communications of Langham Place, Mongkok.
Chef Mark, can you tell us what it was about his creations back in the 60s that led him to his first 3 Michelin star win in the UK?
Well, going back into the 1960s, I'm not that old, so I can't. But growing up in the 80s in London, the food in England was a bit disastrous back in the 80s. And food in England has changed dramatically. I left England back in the early 2000s, and even I went back 2 weeks ago. I mean, the food scene in London is really fantastic now. I mean, just cheap local food, high-end restaurants. It's amazing. You know, you go to supermarkets, they've got the ready meals, they've got Jamie Oliver, you name it. And Albert Roux was one of the first bastions of this back in the 1968. I mean, to get the produce alone, what he did, yes, he had to bring it all in from France. I mean, he educated people, he educated chefs. I mean, almost every top chef in London over the past 30 years would have worked in a Roux kitchen. That's how big this guy is. Marco Pierre White, Gordon Ramsay, Mark Sargent, Bossy did a stage, Heston Blumenthal. The name does not stop. That's how big this guy is coming. And it's a pure honor to have him in us. I'm going to be probably a nervous wreck when he's there, because it is like your mentor. It's someone you idolize.
Actually, it's going to be Igor Makia cooking personally for you, eight people, 6 courses, pairing with Frescobaldi wine. So that's a unique experience. Not only for having a chef of his caliber cooking for you, but also to enjoy the penthouse, the view up there, as well as the Frescobaldi wines.
Yes, thank you, Chef. Just to supplement that, the beat starts from 20,000 Hong Kong for a party of 8 people. So the winner of the beat can invite his or her friend to this exclusive dinner cooked by Chef Igor. And the proceeds will go to a charity. It will go to the Hong Kong Playground Association. Yeah, so it's kind of for a good cause and a really rare opportunity for the chef to be cooking for the guests and his guests.
Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the food and wine. Thank you.